Well, what do we have here? Welcome to Conundrum Investments, and yes, you guessed it, I am Conundrum. Let's talk about today's hot topic, which is Robinhood and the pile of dung. They have just stepped in by strong-arming their estimated 16 million retail investors into either holding or selling positions in stocks such as GameStop, BlackBerry, AMC, and others. These investors were prevented from adding to or taking up new positions in the companies mentioned. Robinhood sent out various messages stating that it was for their users' own protection, due to the potential loss late investors may encounter after a possible correction or a quick dump. This in turn was the platform virtually oppressing its user base, in order to prevent them from acquiring new positions in every stock that was mentioned on a Reddit thread called Wall Street's Bets, where a collective group of 5.2 million retail investors decided to pull their money together and buy certain stocks in order to make a profit on the market. This is something hedge funds been doing since the beginning of time, which by the way isn't illegal. But in this case, these non-professional investors were making thousands to millions of dollars off of hedge funds' losses. Usually, it's the other way around where hedge funds make millions off the backs of retail investors. Some people speculate Robinhood stopped all their users from purchasing the previously mentioned stocks because of the estimated $5.2 billion collective loss hedge funds were seeing. After Robinhood interference, some may say an illegal action may have taken place. Hedge funds were provided time yesterday to close out their short contracts that were bleeding them dry. In oppressing their base for so-called users' own protection, has led to many people selling their positions and in terms caused the share values of GameStop, AMC, and so on to decrease. GameStop itself had a decrease of 44% per share price yesterday. Robinhood also gone the extra mile to raise margin cost on certain calls and to sell customers previous call contracts at the lowest value. That's what I call shitty customer service. Right or wrong on many sides, in some ways, you have to appreciate the overall situation that took place yesterday. A group of retail investors, commonly known as the average Joe, the working class, non-professional investors went against major hedge funds and professional investors on many fronts, and won temporarily. Let me explain. Once the Reddit's users started buying up GameStop, FOMO kicked in within other investors. The stock started moving up instead of down, which caused those same hedge funds and professional investors betting against the stock to buy shares of GameStop at higher prices in order to cover their losses, which in turns increased the stock price value even further. At its highest, GameStop was around $467 early this morning compared to $17 entry point it was at in the beginning of January. If it wasn't for Robinhood putting a stop to trading for a day, the end result for the hedge funds would have been atrocious. This rare event may have proven that millennials and retail investors now control the market instead of the old men who control these hedge funds. These actions from all parties leave many questions unanswered, such as will these retail investors strike against sticking it to these major hedge funds that are preying on the downfall of childhood companies? Will there be new market regulations put into place for retail investors? Will there be any investigation into Robinhood actions or compensations made for all investors who were strong-armed into selling or holding their positions and stopped from buying shares of AMC, GameStop, BlackBerry, and so on? Will Robinhood try to smooth this situation over by offering a free stock to each member or even by offering their users first dibs on their predicted IPO? Only time will tell. Keep in mind Robinhood actions has caught the eye of AOC member Ms. Cortez, who sits on the Financial Service Committee, and other members of Congress. If you have any updates or questions, please leave a statement down below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Until next time, sperms and drums. Remember, when sheeps run with wolves, they get eaten, as seen yesterday.